What's going on, guys, and welcome to the video. Now, today's vehicle is a beautiful 2018 Chrysler 300S, although it's not looking so great right now. So let's take a look around and see what we're dealing with. Okay, starting with the engine bay, and it's pretty clear it hasn't been looked at since this vehicle was new, as it's really dusty and dirty, as are the tires, which are pretty brown, and the rest of the car isn't looking all that bad, but is definitely in need of a good wash. Moving inside though, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if this hadn't been cleaned once, as the carpets and floor mats in here are incredibly dirty and full of caked on debris and old food. There's piles of garbage hiding under the seats, the cup holders are super sticky and grimy, and there's even nail polish on the rear door to deal with. But just before we jump into this disaster, take a second and make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss out on a future video, and if you've got the bell on, you'll get notified the moment they go live each week. Alright guys, well, I am already looking forward to seeing just how good this car is going to look when I'm done with it. So as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy the transformation. Okay, well, getting started on the pre-wash rinse, and obviously I'll be able to move through this step pretty quick today, but like I just said, I'm really looking forward to seeing this car when I'm done, as the Chrysler 300 has always been a really good looking car in my opinion, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video to catch that, as the reveal shots are incredible on this one. Now, interestingly enough, this car had a mix of plastic and carpeted liners in these rear wheel wells, which I think is the first time I've seen that, but as always with carpeted liners, I found a whole pile of dirt hiding in them. Moving to the underside, and as this is more of a luxury vehicle, it does have the carpeted material underneath as well, which means I need to go far slower and make more passes, as the dirt was just pouring out of there. Alright, now for these dirty wheels, I'm using my Detail Geek wheel and tire cleaner, which is available on my website at detailgeekautocare.com. And what's great about this is that it's a powerful all-in-one cleaner that can easily take care of any tire blooming, brake dust, or any other road grime that might be on your wheels. and you can also dilute it up to 2 to 1 if your wheels aren't super dirty. Okay, turning my attention to this dirty engine bay now, and after disconnecting the battery, which is in the trunk of this car, I'll get some degreaser sprayed on, and once that's on, I'll use my soft wheel brush to agitate all the flat surfaces, basically anywhere that it will fit. And one thing to note here is that when you use degreaser, you never want to let it dry, as it can permanently stain the surface, so always try to work quickly. Now, once everything has been agitated, I'll simply just use the hose to rinse everything off, and if anyone is worried about things getting wet, it's perfectly safe to do this, as I'm not using high pressure water, which could lead to water getting forced somewhere it shouldn't be, though it is important to note that if you have an exposed alternator or any other loose electrical connections, you should cover them up first, and you can still use this same method, although if you guys are still in that no water camp, you can always do this using some all-purpose cleaner, a detail brush, and some microfiber towels, although it will take significantly longer. Okay, so the last step here is to apply a dressing to really make this engine bay pop, and for that I typically use 303 aerospace protectant, and I'll use a microfiber applicator pad to apply it to all the black plastics and hoses in here, which is going to leave it looking incredible. Okay, starting on these absolutely filthy floor mats now, and I'll first get some carpet solution sprayed on to help soften up the dirt and grime, and after letting that sit for a minute, I'll hit it with my medium green drill brush, which is able to dislodge pretty well everything on the mat, and then I'll blast them clean with the pressure washer. Alright, well, it's time to get to work on this interior, and the first step here is to get the front seats removed, as the mess hiding underneath is pretty gross and definitely couldn't have been reached with the seats still in the vehicle. Moving to the rear section here, and you may have already noticed, but not only is there a ton of debris, the dirt is really embedded in the carpets. However, since this Chrysler actually does have really good quality carpet with a nice long pile, it makes vacuuming much easier, as even though the dirt is embedded in it, a little bit of agitation with the nozzle gets it all loosened up pretty easily. And honestly, it's crazy how much of a difference just the vacuum alone is making on these carpets. Moving to the driver's footwell now, and it's time for this week's members question, which comes from Ryan, and it's, are you going to make a Detail Geek carpet solution? So the answer to that is yes, I am working on formulating a carpet solution right now, along with a number of other products. However, the testing phase does take some time, so I can't say exactly when they're going to be available yet, although there should be at least one new product available in time for Black Friday this year. Okay, starting on extracting now, and for those of you who missed last week's video or just haven't had time to check it out, I figured I'd let you know again that episode 1 of my new studio build series is now up on the second channel, the Detail Geek 2. As you may know, I'm going to be documenting the entire process of constructing the new studio for you from start to finish, and trust me when I say this, it's going to be incredibly cool to see this, so make sure you check out that video right after this one. Working my way around with the Bissell, and I have to say that this higher quality carpet is making my job so much easier today, as the crud that was left behind after vacuuming is easily loosened up with the solution and drill brush, so I'm very confident that I'll be able to get the carpets looking brand new again. Here's the slurry of concentrated filth pulled out of the Chrysler today. Gross. Okay, well, to take care of this nail polish and all the rest of the dirt on the door here, I'm starting by spraying on some of my all-purpose cleaner diluted about 10:1, and then we'll blast it with steam and the brush attachment. And once I've gone over the whole door, I'll then take the attachment off and blast out the cracks and crevices. Then I'll wipe everything down with a slightly damp microfiber towel, and we'll then follow up with a dry one to remove any APC residue. Now, one place the steamer comes in really handy is for in the seat rails, as it can pretty easily take care of any built-up dirt or grime in there. So for anyone out there who enjoys detailing their own vehicle, the McCulloch steamer I use is something I would highly recommend, as it offers great quality for the price. I've been using mine for a couple of years now and it's still going strong, so if you're interested, the link is down in the description for you. Alright, moving to the leather now, and for that I'm spraying on some leather cleaner, then I'll use my soft horsehair brush to gently agitate, and then I'll simply wipe it off with a microfiber towel, and then once I've got all the seats clean, I'll use some leather conditioner and apply it with a microfiber applicator pad, leaving them looking and feeling soft and supple. Now to dress all the interior plastics in the car, I'll use 303's aerospace protectant, which is not only going to provide great UV protection, but also leave the whole vehicle just looking incredible for about 4 to 6 weeks. And if you haven't picked up a bottle of this stuff yet, then you're really missing out. It really is incredible stuff, and something I would highly recommend you try out. The link is in the description for you if you're interested. Okay, second last step here is to get some of my Detail Geek glass cleaner sprayed onto my waffle weave towel, and the process here is pretty simple. Spray the cleaner onto the towel to avoid overspray and drips, wipe down the glass, and then flip the towel for the final wipe. But the true secret to streak-free glass in the hard-to-reach front windshield area is to use a waffle weave towel. You can find my green ones I'm using here on my website at detailgeekautocare.com. Alright guys, well a long 9 hours later and the Chrysler is looking sleek and sexy again. I gotta say, that is one good looking car in black. Now if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.